Who was it the other day, by the way, that you were guarding and you waved off the help and they drove by you and hit a floater? I'm trying to remember who this was. It was
Siakam.
It was Siakam. Yeah.
He dribbles up,
Yeah.
but they, of course they don't show everything. He dribbles up, I poke at it, but he takes the ball from half court again. He dribbles up again, I poke at it again. I listen to my defensive of game plan. I send him to us we can, right hand, waiting on my help. He makes the lay. Yeah. But they go show the lay. They ain't gonna show when I dipped his ass twice before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'll take it though. You feel me? And then that one bucket, I told you he doesn't play defense. He's all talk. Like, that's how it is. That's how it is with
Pat. Do you have a guy this year that you just, when you got to match up with him, you just hate it?
No, not this year. Not this year. I've done a lot to my body this summer. I've done a lot of game planning on different players this summer. I'm locked in better than I think I've ever been in my career this year.
I want to ask you, because you guys played them in back-to-back years, and you played us last year, and that's the Mavs, and just that matchup with Luka, and kind of the mindset that you have when you're guarding, because you guarded a bunch of different positions and a bunch of different sized people, but that matchup of guarding Luka, what makes him so tough and so different really than, say, a Ja or a Steph? I know all these guys are different, Ja, Steph, Dame, but Luka specifically, what makes him such a tough matchup?
One, that his intelligence, like he's physical as fuck and flops at the same time, which is the exact same thing I do. Physical as fuck, motherfucker, swipe at me. She's trying to kill me, ref. Get him, he's trying to kill me. And he's the exact same way. He initiates the contact, hits you, and it's not like, as basketball players, you can feel like, the muscle, and it's like, it's not muscle with him. And that's no, discredit to his body or anything, but that's just how he's made up. It's that kind of that flabby solid type of, just leaning on you. And then you lean on the back and he, put his heads up and put a lot of pressure on the referee. So you can't really guard him physically like the type of way I want to guard him. He did a good job at exploiting that, real good job.
Yeah, I mean, that series last year was amazing. He was amazing. Kawhi in Game 6 in Dallas when we had a closeout game and got up early,
amazing,
and just willed you guys back into the game, was one of the best performances. And Luka had some performances in that series as well, but the Kawhi's Game 6 was one of the best performances I've seen in person.
Yeah, no, he's a stud. He's different too. Like he could turn that switch on real fast, man. He's different, really different. I wish, and a player like you, I wish that you had the opportunity to be around a player like him. You would enjoy a superstar like that. Really, yeah. You personally, you would definitely enjoy a person like that.
Just because there's no bullshit. It's just work.
No bullshit. Very professional. Very locked in on the game plan. Knows what's going on offensively and defensively. Very, very high IQ. Doesn't take the shortcuts. Team everything. Winning everything. And I'm gonna go give you buckets, and I'm gonna go guard the best player on the end also.
Yeah. Does he talk to you guys? Because the joke with him is that he's a robot. But I assume behind the scenes, off camera, like he does talk to his teammates. Man,
we were really close. We still are. Like, I wore the Zubac jersey to the game. Hey man, fuck you didn't wear my why you didn't wear my jersey to the game? Shit like that. So yeah.
I was gonna ask about that. You mentioned the Clippers run earlier, but like, what kind of pride, just in retrospect, do you take of like taking that team to the conference finals? I mean, with all the injuries, everything you went through, just because you didn't get to the finals, like, it was still an incredible run, an incredible moment for that franchise. And obviously you have to give a lot of credit to Ty and, what they've put together there. But even looking back at it, like, what are your memories of, those months and how everything sort of went down?
I think we were so locked in and like so focused. Like we were down, talking about huge in the playoffs. And the demeanor of the team never like went down. No one pointed fingers. Fuck it. We was always like, fuck it. We put ourselves in this shit. We got to dig ourselves out. Like, it was never any like, you didn't do this vibes. The locker room was always light. T. Lue had us locked in, like what we wanted to do. He didn't coach relationships. he coached what group of players can help me win this series. You know, I went starting the whole season, get to the first round of playoffs. I don't play at all. To finish and starting in the Western Conference Finals, you know? So, like, you got to appreciate a coach like that, because a lot of coaches, they coach relationships instead of, like, who really should be playing.
Did you take any offense to that?
Not one. JJ, I ran every film session. Every single film session I ran. Anytime it was a timeout, I tell Lou, they're subbing such and such out. I'm locked in because I knew my time was going to come.
Yeah.
It's the easy part. Fuck what you mean. Why would I pout? Because I'm not playing in the first round of the playoffs, motherfucker. I was selling dimes and nickels on the fucking corner. Who am I to be angry about not fucking playing? My time go come, and it did.
Yeah.
And I was ready.